Hello, I'm Ranjay Kamal Kumaris, Assistant Professor, Marwadi College, Ranchi. Today I'm going to discuss the topic job evaluation. Job evaluation plays an important role in compensation management that we are going to discuss. Okay, this is the course details. Job evaluation is the process of analyzing and assessing the various jobs systematically to ascertain their relative worth in an organization. Jobs are evaluated on the basis of their content, that is, job description, and are placed in the order of their importance. Job evaluation means uh, it determines the worth of the job in an organization in comparison to other jobs, right? It means it determines the importance of the job uh, for the organization. How much and how much a job important, how much a job is important for the organization, it determines, right? So next, in this way, a job hierarchy is established in the organization. According to the importance of the job, every job is placed in a hierarchy. In a job evaluation program, the jobs are ranked and not the job holders. It is very important that jobs are ranked, not the job holders. Here is the contribution made by the job, not the job holders. It is considered in job evaluation, right? Okay. The purpose being ranking jobs and fixation of satisfactory wage differentials among various jobs. Here, a word has been used, wage differentials. Means wage differentials refers to the difference in wages between people with similar skills within differing location or industries. Okay. Now, role of job evaluation in compensation management. To provide the basis for establishing money rates for each job. To provide a process which is capable of being understood and discussed throughout the firm. To determine equitable wage differentials between different jobs in the organization. To provide a systematic process by which new jobs can be introduced into the job structure with minimum disturbance. To provide meaningful data for other functions such as company training program, employee placement, recruitment, retention, and long-range manpower planning. You must have a question about these terms, about the training, company training program, employee placement, recruitment, retention, and long-range manpower planning. This can be new for you, but you must know about these things. Training means imparting knowledge and skills, a specific knowledge and skills to the employees to perform a specific job. This is training. And what is placement? The assigning the jobs to the people who are working in the organization is placement. Nothing very different and nothing very difficult to understand. Okay. And the recruitment, what is recruitment? Uh, Recruitment is a process of identifying, searching, uh, and motivating the competent employees or competent people to apply for the job offered by the organization. That is recruitment. The recruitment is not the whole process of engagement of employee. It is only a process of getting information about or getting applications from the uh, uh, prominent and you can say potential candidates from the environment, right? This is called recruitment. And what is retention? Retention management always try to management always tries to uh, maintain the employees who are performing well in the organization for a very long time. For long time retention means long time they try to uh, uh, demotivate to leave the organization. Means the policy, retention policy means the organization tries to make a policy to uh, uh, to stop the employees leaving the organization, right? So this is called the retention policy. And long range manpower planning. What is manpower planning? Manpower planning is the determination of the accurate and adequate number of employees in the organization. Nothing else. Nothing else. Okay. These are the things. Now we move to other slide. The next one is to identify discrepancy in wage rates of job value. To ensure that the organization meets ethical obligations relating to equal pay for work of equal value, it results in minimization of wage discrimination on the basis of age, sex, caste, religion, etc. To enable sound market comparisons with jobs or roles of equivalent complexity and size. To develop consistent wage policy, hence, provides a basis for grading jobs within a grade structure. To enable to gauge and control the payroll costs. To produce the information required to design and maintain equitable and defensible grade pay structure. To provide a reasonable basis for personnel moves, as for example, promotion, demotion, or transfer. It assists it assists managers in solving day-to-day problems, as for example, absenteeism, turnover, employee grievances, employee productivity and morale, etc. Absenteeism means temporary uh, absent from work is absenteeism called, and the turnover means if an employee uh, leaves the organization is turnover. Okay, and employee grievances means it is a kind of dissatisfaction which hasn't been uh, solved and hasn't been satisfied, then it becomes grievances. Okay, now let's know about methods of job evaluation. Non-analytical methods and analytical methods. These are the two main methods, and the non-analytical methods have two types of methods. Number one is ranking method. Number two is job classification method. And analytical methods has two methods: uh, point method and factor comparison method. That I'm going to discuss one by one. Non-analytical method. What is non-analytical method? They evaluate jobs on the whole without breaking them into compensable factors or elements, although explicitly or implicitly. The comparison may be based on some generalized concepts such as the level of responsibility or the level of difficulty. The following methods are used to evaluate jobs non-analytical or non-analytically. Okay. Number one is ranking method. The committee members are given a set of index cards, each of which contains a brief description of a job and the compensable factors. The definitions of the factors are explained to the evaluators. They rank the jobs whole and not on the basis of factors from the lowest to the highest on the basis of their perceived value to the organization. Sorry. At the end, ranks of all the evaluators are averaged to find out the final ranks of different jobs. Job classification or job grading. In this method, a series of job classes or grades are developed, each with a description. Job descriptions developed under job analysis are compared with class descriptions. Depending upon the match between two descriptions, jobs are fitted in different job classes. Now, analytical methods. These methods break down the jobs into compensable factors, which are assigned some numerical value. They are also called quantitative methods because they use quantitative techniques in listing the jobs. Point method. The steps and procedure under this method is discussed below. Step 1. Determine the type of jobs to be evaluated. The jobs in any organization will range from the top executive down to the watchman, each involving different skills like conceptual, human, and technical. Step 2. Determine the number of factors to be used. It is difficult to lay down the exact number of factors which should be used for evaluating a job, but the number should be sufficient to evaluate all aspects of a job. Step 3. Definition of factors. Selected factors should be properly defined and the definition should be put in writing in simple and unambiguous language so that the persons using them understand them clearly. Step 4. Definition of degrees. Definition of degrees. Each factor of evaluated job should be further subdivided into degrees. Generally, 4 to 6 degrees are used for each factor. Step 5. Allocation of points to degrees. The percentage representing importance of each factor is decided, which also becomes the number of points for the first degree. Points are allocated to succeeding degrees in progression, which may be arithmetic or linear, as for example 50, 100, 150, 200, etc., or geometric, as for example 50, 100, 175, 275, etc. Progression may also be defined in terms of percentage steps. Factor comparison method. It is quite complex combination of ranking and point methods. It involves number 1, determining the benchmark jobs in an organization, selecting the compensable factors, ranking all benchmark jobs by factors, assigning monetary values for each factor of benchmark jobs, and evaluating all other jobs in the organization by comparing them with the benchmark jobs. This process establishes the rate of pay for each factor for each benchmark job. Slight adjustments may need to be made to the metrics to ensure equitable weightage given to different factors. The other jobs in the organization are then compared with the benchmark jobs, and rates of pay for each factor are summed to determine the rates of pay for each of the other jobs. The advocates of factor comparison method point out that it usually results in accurate job evaluation. It is relatively more objective because weights are not selected arbitrarily. It is flexible also and has no upper limit on the rating that a job may receive on a factor. The point system does not have ceiling on the factors. Another advantage of this method is that it utilizes few factors and thereby reduces the likelihood of overlap. The procedure of rating new jobs by comparing with other standard or key jobs is logical and not too difficult. This is all about job evaluation. Thank you. Dear students, if you have any doubts or confusions regarding this topic, you can share it in our WhatsApp group. Thank you.